Alright, I want to talk about follicular lymphoma, which is better known as folliculitis. It's something that I've been dealing with for quite some time. Um, I noticed a few years ago, I noticed that I started having hair loss, and I mean, at first, I mean, I didn't mind, but when I noticed how fast I was losing my hair, I became concerned. And then on top of that, I started noticing bumps in my head. Some of them would be hard, some of them would be pus bumps that would bust, and it started getting real bad. At one point, I even had a tumor in my head from folliculitis, and I went to go see a dermatologist, and I was diagnosed with folliculitis. And from that point, he gave me different creams and lotions and shampoos to use it to cure it. When you have folliculitis and you have hair loss, supposedly your hair follicles are asleep, versus when you go bald, your hair follicles usually they they die. So I was told that my hair follicles were asleep, and I had a rapid hair loss. I lost a lot of hair, and there was no signs of it getting better. I spent probably close to $15,000 on medical treatments, insurance, shampoos, lotions, and different stuff like that. I was seeing several um, doctors about it, and they gave me antibiotics and different things like that, and there was no um, improvement with the hair loss. There was no improvement with the bumps, and they gave me everything. I was going all the way far from the north side of Chicago to the south side of Chicago, far north side to far south side of Chicago, going to different doctors, trying to cure it because I didn't know what was going on. I've never heard of folliculitis, and I, you lose your hair. I mean, you just don't know what's going on. Um, but what they didn't tell me was there's a natural cure for it. Um, a lot of people try to find different cures and treatments and use different creams and they spend your money, and all of that stuff is really just a way for doctors and hospitals and the government really to just to make money. I'm a firm believer in God, and everything is here for a reason. I just don't understand how there could be a cure for certain diseases, but there is no cure for the common cold. It just don't make sense. Um, I believe that doctors and scientists they come up with ways to just treat and contain different diseases and disorders because you can live with it. So if I can charge you $100 a month if you have diabetes, to, and give you medication, and you can still live just as long as if I was to cure it. Why would I charge you $100 to cure it when I could charge you $100 a month and just to contain it? So that's the way I look at it. Same thing with folliculitis. Um, they're not going to tell you that there's a natural cure, something that you can buy from any grocery store that can cure it. A doctor isn't going to say that because they're not going to make. How are they going to make money if they tell you, well, you can cure this in no time with something that costs $3? So, just to show you all what I'm talking about, it's right here. This is about all you need to treat your folliculitis. Um, I was using different medications for about 3 years, and I still have problems with my head bleeding, with bumps resurfacing all the time, and um, I mean it's just hard. Like you're out in public, I'm scared to scratch my head. I scratch my head, pull it back, and it's like blood under my fingernails. The very first time I used this, all this is white vinegar. That's all it is, just basic white vinegar, 5% distilled white vinegar. The very first time I used it, I noticed a difference. The very first night I used it, within 2 days, I started seeing improvement and my head felt better. A lot of people, if you know anybody with folliculitis, that tell you, the majority of the time throughout the day, your head hurt from just the scalp of your head hurt just from the bumps and the sores and stuff that can occur with folliculitis. Um, honestly, after 2 days, it was like a real big improvement. Just using vinegar. Um, all I did was every day before I take a shower, I would wet a wash. I would take the vinegar. I take a washcloth and I would just pour vinegar all across the washcloth, and I sit it on top of my head. And I'll take a shower cap and put the shower cap over my head and just let it sit there on top of my head for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I take the shower cap off and make sure I rub the towel on my head with the vinegar real good. Then just take a shower, use whatever shampoo that you use, and just wash the vinegar out. You'll notice that it's a vinegar actually brings out a natural sheen to your head without using any type of oil or grease or whatever you may use to make your hair shiny. It actually brings out natural oils and sheen in your hair. It makes your hair shine without putting anything in it. Um, this is something that I've been using now for I've been using it for a year. Um, only reason why I do continue to use it because I just don't want any bumps to resurface or anything like that. And I haven't been to the doctor for my folliculitis in over a year. And honestly, since I've been using the vinegar, it's been working way better than any medication that I ever had. And I've been on about 17 different type of medications for my folliculitis and never had not one improvement at all. So you can always dilute it with water. Personally, I don't, um, but it actually works. I guarantee it works. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask questions. I'll try to respond to any questions anybody leave. All right.